I'll stick with you, David, if you want to talk about a little bit about the Create Newsletter with AI tool, and then we'll kind of do some samples and get the juices flowing so, you guys feel encouraged and confident to use the new tool.
Yeah, really excited to dive into a little bit more detail on the AI creation wizard for newsletters. We did a quick demo of it when it was still in the works in the previous webinar, but now that it's rolled out, really excited to give you guys a more in-depth demo of it in just a minute. But real quick, we wanted to introduce it in case any of you missed the previous webinar. So in a nutshell, the AI Create Wizard for newsletters, it'll allow you to quickly spin up basically any type of email you're looking to send from the Brilliant Directories platform to your email subscribers, your contacts, your members. And again, in the demo, you'll see some of the additional options that are available to really customize the output of these generated emails. But there's about a dozen or so suggested prompts that should get you going off on the right foot. And of course, you can edit the prompts, make them even more specific, add additional information to them. But the suggested prompts will allow you to create a variety of emails out of the box, account-related emails, newsletter emails, promotional emails. So some of the account-related ones, again, these are just from the suggested prompts. You can use the suggested prompts, you can edit those, and you can also write your own totally custom prompts. But the account-related ones are new member welcome email to welcome the new members as soon as they register on your site. Also, email sent out to members when they upgrade their account or asking them to upgrade. Maybe you have going into the promotional segment, maybe you're going to do a seasonal promotion. Also some referral request emails, newsletters. There's suggested prompts for community updates, event invitations, whether you're doing an online event or maybe an in-person event with your community, member spotlight emails. So you can grab a member from your site and spin up an email spotlighting a specific member in your community. It may be a standout member. And then on the promotional side, quickly spinning up emails to send out special, seasonal or promotional offers, lead magnets, also the email that individuals receive after they successfully go through your lead magnet or your lead funnel, whatever that delivery might be. Maybe it's an ebook delivery or anything else, and other sorts of confirmation emails. So again, these are just the built-in suggested prompts. You can edit the suggested ones, but where a lot of the flexibility comes in is that you can also write your own totally custom prompts if one of the suggested prompts doesn't fit your specific use case. But the suggested prompts are a great way to kind of get going quickly if one of these suggestions does match your use case. And then you can just sprinkle in some additional information if there's anything specific you want included in the email. You can do that by customizing the prompt. And then after you do that, there's a handful of additional options. You can select the format of the email, the type of audience that you want to be speaking to, the tone, the purpose of the email, if it's educational, if it's promotional, what kind of writing style, even the color set that's used in the email, so you can try to get it to match the color set of your brand or your website. So again, really the goal with these AI creation wizards that we're rolling out, and there's so much more to come even beyond this, is really to try to help you be as productive as possible. One thing we mention a lot in previous webinars is not spending too much time working in your business or you want to work on your business. And so hopefully this will be able to allow you to allocate your time a little bit better, spend less time creating content, writing emails. And one thing we heard from a lot of users, some people, it's difficult to find the time to do it, but a lot of users, they just don't know where to start. And I think that's one of the huge benefits with these AI creation wizards, is it really gets you going off on the right foot. And then from there, you can just sort of customize the output and refine it a little bit for your specific use case. But it basically gives you that solid foundation from which you can kind of just run with.
Well said. And yeah, the suggested prompts is just, we thought we'd add this in here so there's some context for you guys as to, again, to get the juices flowing. But as you can see, I selected the community update one as David was speaking, and I just changed some of the prompt. I said, share this month's community highlights, spotlight one member, announce 1 to 2 new industry news, 1 to 2 industry news topics, I could say, whatever it might be, and preview upcoming events we're having. And then we can even say, end with a quote or a reassuring, inspirational quote, right? And then I said, remember to promote. And you saw I just kind of went to, and I said, they paid for this, so make it good. I have no idea what it's going to come up with, but let's just get this going for John Smith. And I then chose some other options. So with the email newsletter, they might not all be these well decorated emails, with headers and hero sections. So there is an option for plain text emails, which are extremely effective, just kind of off the cuff templates that you want to create to kind of go as reminders to members, or if it's a small update, reminders and things like that. Or you could do a styled newsletter, which is what I'm going after now. Of course, the tone, this kind of nudges AI as to, again, it's not going to be exact, but nudges AI as to your intent for this email. So it could be urgent, professional, humorous. In this case, I'll just keep it enthusiastic. The purpose, and then how direct or how descriptive you want AI to be. So direct means the email will be a little drier, just more sticks to the facts. Or descriptive, it'll kind of embellish and really write descriptively with adverbs and adjectives and so on. And then what's cool is you can choose your target audience for the email. So the AI knows kind of who this is for. So maybe this is to re-engage past due members and bring them back. You can choose lapsed members. Maybe it's new visitors or, whatever it might be. In this case, we'll choose members and subscribers. And then you can choose the length, if it should include images or not. And then the mood. So you can just stick with brand colors if you don't want it to kind of have its own vibe, or color vibe, I think we call it, or color mood. But if you want, you can kind of choose from some of these other color sets. We'll just do forest green in this example here. So let's get that one going. And we'll do one more. Let's do a plain text email. We'll duplicate this tab here. And let's actually do another. We can just go to so there's 2 places actually. Let me get it, not get ahead of myself. Or there's 3 places where you can kind of prompt this. You can do it on your homepage under the "What do you want to do today?" You'll now see the Create Newsletter button, or in the Quick Create dropdown, you'll also see Create Newsletter. So I'll just click this one here, and let's just do this one as a reminder and AI generate. And we'll just do a plain text email. Remind members that today is the last day for the sign up event. For those who already registered, great. Otherwise, write a strong email encouraging others to register. The link is, we'll just share this Gemini link here just for fun. And we'll just paste that in there. Okay, and let's do urgent. And this is a kind of a event reminder, and we'll do more direct. And the audience will be everyone. And you'll notice when I chose plain text, the images and the color went away because this is a plain text email. This is not an email for a well-decorated email like a newsletter might be. So let's just see what it comes up there. And here we go. This is the monthly newsletter. We said to spotlight one member. And we can see here, let me zoom out a little bit. California Business Directory, June community highlights. So obviously it doesn't know the month, but we can do October. Again, very easy to edit things here. And it added a hero image. Of course, we can swap this out. Let's do that together. Let's just do team building. We'll just do team office. And what's cool is you have the different libraries here. I'll show you something real fun that's going to be useful for you guys here. You're going to like this, promise you. All right, so team office image. Okay, great. So whatever the case may be, just something that that matches the vibe of your thing. So here is the member spotlight on John. we can visit John's website. Let's see if it did that. Yep, it's a Brilliant Directories URL. It already did that perfectly. You can schedule an appointment with John. That was also the Brilliant. This is all what I pasted from the demo Bootstrap site. And what's nice is it kind of just created a little spotlight for him. We just need to replace his image. Let's do that together. Let's just right click, copy image link, and come back here. And what's cool about this is you can replace by URL and just paste it in. And there we go. There's John. That's the member spotlight for the month. We did our duty. So here's something fun. So he created more sections and whatnot. But one of my favorite things is you can add in from the library animated GIF. So you can do let's just do team again, and we'll do square. You can choose the dimensions. So you can add these things in here, and it's just fun to do that. So in your emails, you can quickly add. There we go. So you can quickly add some animated GIFs into your emails, which kind of makes it fun. Maybe one is enough, maybe at the top and or whatnot. But we can see here it's created the email, and let's actually save and continue. It's added the inspirational quote. And again, you're not sending the email at this stage. You're just taking it to the next step of editing it further. You still want to choose your recipients, and we'll talk about that in a second as well. So it also did the subject line here. And another thing to keep in mind is you can kind of move these from side to side here if you want. And another thing is if you don't like a section or don't need a section it added, you can just delete it. So that's useful. If you like a section that is created, you can actually clone it, and then you can move it a little higher up in the email as well. So you can kind of duplicate, maybe it's a call to action that was added or something like that. So there we go. We duplicated and then we moved it up, which actually would make sense in this case. And then of course we can preview the email here. Let's do that together. Perfect. So this is the case. It already put our name in the kind of the header section here. So this is an example. We might want to do the template with no logo, or I add the logo image myself. But probably centering it up there. You guys probably have nice image logos for your site. This is just using the plain text. But you can center it, which would probably make more sense for these types of newsletters. And if you didn't know this about the newsletters with BD, you don't just select the smart list segments that you want to email. So let's say we want to email all members, but the beauty about this sending newsletter tool is you can actually omit and exclude people who you don't want to receive the emails. So let's say you want to exclude all the Los Angeles plumbers or whatever the smart list says. So you can actually exclude them from here. And also the system will automatically exclude people who have unsubscribed or the email bounced previously or failed previously. Maybe it was a bad email, so that it doesn't continuously or waste your email credits. So it tries to be efficient in that sense. And then also, yeah, Dave?
As we're talking about the recipients, just to address another great question from Stacy, as we were going through the AI creation wizard for the newsletter, she was wondering who that email gets addressed to. And so I think this kind of answers it. Whether you're using the AI creation wizard for your emails or you're creating a newsletter email from scratch, that all happens after. After the email is created, you can then come to this tab here, select recipients, and that's where you decide who that email gets sent to.
That's right. You're just kind of locking in the starting design or layout of the newsletter. Nothing's being sent in that moment, in that pop-up that you get. It's a good question there. All right. And then to that point, you can, after you've selected your recipients, what's also great is you can choose to send the email immediately, like right now in real time, or you can send it in the later. So let's say it's the night before, you want it to go out in the morning. So you can have it go out at 6 a.m. And it'll go out tomorrow morning. And you just click to schedule email. Let's just do a final confirmation here. It gives you a summary, and then you would continue. And it'll be sent your website's time zone at 6 a.m. Let's take a look at the plain text email that it created. This was just a generic event, last chance to sign up, don't miss out, final date to register. So we can see here the difference. This is a plain text email compared to the more decorated kind of newsletter styled email. And we see here that this is all included. We even told it to include the links. I think it's to the Gemini, if I recall. We were just joking around there. And it did include the link, so it does know what to do. Just share with it as much information as possible. And yeah, I do like what it wrote. We can say, let's do one thing: be extra wordy, include a long anecdote, speak in first person, and why your life will change with this. Just and you can hit regenerate, or you can go back to the editor and see what it has right now, or you can go back and click regenerate new email, and it will go ahead and do it. Now, some practical things that you guys can do right now with this is probably, let me duplicate this tab, is update the welcome email that new members receive when signing up to your site. Right now, they get a plain text email from that's a default BD template. It just says welcome to our site. Let's actually check it out together. We'll go to email templates. And if we search for welcome and go to the pre-made templates, I think what users get is one of these like, welcome emails, account activated. Let's see here, welcome basic, I think it is. It says, well, thank you for joining, et cetera, the confirmation link. So it can actually include these variables in there for us. So let's actually do that together. Let's revamp the welcome basic email and tell it to include the confirmation link in there. So we'll go back to quick create and we'll say kind of welcome free members. And we'll do AI generate. And I think we have one for new member welcome. This is members who joined for free. You must include the confirmation link with this short code. And I'll say and hyperlink that with the same. Okay, it's just giving it some tips there. And then include 3 to 4 quick start actions to help them get the most out of their membership, provide helpful resource links, and with an inviting CTA to explore the community. Also, join our Facebook group and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And with a one-time offer to upgrade to a pro plan with a coupon code, I don't know, pro 50. All right, let's let this will be a beautifully styled newsletter. We'll do inspirational and a thank you for joining. And the audience is new visitors, we'll call it, or new members. And we'll do a medium length on this. So let's continue. We'll also use our brand colors. Let's go back to that, the email about the event, the plain text one, when I told it to add an anecdote, do it in first person, right? I said, I want to share a quick story. So here we go. Years ago, I hesitated before signing up for a business networking event just like this. So now we see it's kind of giving that story mode here with the text. And it did it in first person. So again, it is the AI. You can just tell it, you can just kind of brain dump whatever you want into that user prompt. The more context you give it, probably you're going to get a better output. But this is, again, a great way to come up with ways to reach out to your community. Let's come here and see what it's creating. Okay, so this was the welcoming free members to the site. Welcome to the California Business Directory. And it's put a picture of downtown Los Angeles here. We're thrilled to have you as our newest member. So this beats hands down that welcome basic newsletter, that email that the BD came up with. But again, that's meant to be generic and as simple as possible. So here it says confirm your membership. Let's see what it put in here. Let's edit the link. Oh, I have to check that out. But it should be the confirmation link should be embedded into here, which is great. And then it's added some quick start actions. And what's great again is, if it's going to try to do images a certain way, but if they're not the right size, you can certainly do that. I think we can center this. Yep, there we go. And then it added our Facebook, subscribe to YouTube, explore the community. So there's added some links here. And then the offer here, unlock more with Pro, special offer inside. And then it says upgrade to Pro now. And it even did this little tag here. So there are some things here. Let's actually save this and continue. And again, we're not sending the newsletter yet. It's just a template. And because this is for our free members, I think we can actually just give this a nickname, Welcome Free Members. If we go to the membership plan, I haven't tested this yet. I don't know if it allows you to choose what our quote unquote newsletter emails, because it is technically a template. But if we go to our free account membership plan, I went to the membership plans. Let me slow down a little bit here. So under finance membership plans, I'm editing the membership plan. You can, if you didn't know, you can choose what email goes out. So let's look for this one. And here it is here. So we can have this one go out when people sign up. Welcome free members. That's the one we just created. And I'll go ahead and save the changes. And there we have it. So when someone signs up, you don't actually have to send this one now, but now when somebody signs up, they'll be sent this welcome free members email template. And now that I'm thinking about this and we're talking about it out loud, there's a limitation here where it's asking you to create a newsletter, but you might just want to create an email template that you can use later. You don't necessarily want to send it out as a newsletter blast. So we'll address that in an update, but you can certainly create the email template, and then assign it to the membership plan. And again, that was a much better email. Let me go back here. Than the other one. Let's go back here. Perfect. Yep, that will work perfect. And yeah, you can modify this as needed. And again, even more, if you didn't know, just about the editor, maybe you don't want a column here. You can delete this column. You can delete this image. Now that this looks a bit better, kind of balanced with this. Let's do one more thing here just for fun. Let's add, it says confirm your membership. Let's do confirm, and we'll make it fun with a Giphy. And we'll do a square. And again, just depending on the vibe of your site, you can choose how playful you want it to be or not. But sometimes this can kind of give you an edge, again, making you seem like you got a bigger marketing team behind you as well. You're able to create these emails that are high impact. And again, if you don't like a section, it's easy. You can just delete it and keep it simple like that.